Hello, welcome to darnthatyarn.com's crochet tutorial series, Beginner Basics. Today we'll cover double crochet. Okay, so we have our chain already made, and we're going to go ahead and start our first double crochet in the third chain from the hook. So that's the first. This is the first chain, second chain, third chain. So we're going to start it in that stitch there. So for a double crochet, you're going to yarn over first. You're going to go ahead and catch the yarn on your hook, and then you're going to go through the third chain from the hook. You're going to yarn over again and draw through just the chain. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and you're going to draw through 1, 2 loops only. So now you have 2 more loops left on your hook. You're going to yarn over and you're going to draw through the last 2 loops on the hook. So that's a double crochet. Okay, so once again, yarn over through the chain, yarn over through the chain, through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. Okay. Now, go ahead and do that through to the end. Okay, we've completed our first row of double crochet, and again, as we talked about in the single crochet video, you have a right side and a wrong side of your work. This would be considered your right side. You can clearly see the V-shaped tops of the completed stitches. If you turn it over, this would be considered the wrong side of the work. This is what the double crochet looks like from the other side. This is the top where you can see the V shape. This bottom loop on this side is actually the first loop that was on your hook when you finished that that stitch on the double crochet in the previous row. This is your stitch that you're going to go ahead and draw through. Okay, so now when we did the turn on the single crochet, we chained 1 in order to give us enough room to turn. But double crochet is a little bit longer stitch, so in order to do the turn, we're going to actually chain 2 before we turn. Okay, now there's 2 different ways we can do this. One is we can count these as our turning chain, and then we can go ahead and complete a double crochet in this first stitch. If you do it that way, your edge as you go up the side here is going to be slightly uneven, but your stitches are going to be a little bit fuller going across. Now, the other way to do this is on the turning chain, rather than, let me go all the way back, just doing the 2 as a turning chain, you would do your 2 turning chain, and you would do a third chain that would count as the top of this first stitch. And then you would do your first full double crochet stitch in the second stitch, since that chain counts as a stitch. Now, when you do it this way, when you go to turn onto the following row, you're going to crochet in that third chain because that's actually the top of this stitch. And what that's going to do, if you do it this way, is it's going to make these edges a little smoother going up the side. It's going to be a little bit looser, just slightly looser on your stitches going across this way. So those are two ways of turning when you're doing double crochet. Now, since we went ahead and did the chain 3 version, I am going to go ahead and show you how to do a third row using that. Okay, so I've done another row of double crochet over to the last stitch. Now we had our chain 3, 1, 2 as the turning chain, and the third chain, which was the top of that first stitch. We're going to yarn over and we're going to insert our hook into that third chain, and we're going to complete our last double crochet of the row using that third chain, which is the top of that stitch at the bottom. And you're gonna continue that way. You're gonna do chain 3, and that third is the top of that first stitch, so we're going to skip that and double crochet in the next. And that is how you double crochet. And as you can see when you're double crocheting, when we're looking at the right side and the wrong side, that's going to alternate as you do each row. So you're going to have these 2 rows are the wrong side, these 2 rows are the right side, this is the wrong, and on the opposite, these 2 are the wrong side and this is the right. That's how you double crochet.